welcome back to the Pretty Passionate Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Ruth, and today joining me again is my best friend, Jen, and she is very excited.
Hello, I'm back. Very excited.
Yeah, to discuss the reunion episode for Love is Blind, Season 9, aka Love is Blind Denver. And we've got not as much to unpack as I thought we might have at this point, like just certain things happening and I'm like, oh gosh, wait till the reunion. Do you feel like that mentally? Like I felt like in my head I had such a build up for what this reunion was going to be.
Hated it. Hated it. I can't even say that there was one part of it that I liked. It was absolutely a waste of time.
Let's yeah, we'll start at the top, okay? I'm gonna tell you. Okay. So Nick and Vanessa, her outfit was better this time. His outfit was better this time. But they still have this way about them as reunion hosts that annoys me because they don't. I'll get into some examples later, but I know they're not journalists, but there's some times where they just leave so much meat on the bone, you know what I mean? Where something is going on and they don't like ask a probing another question, clarify that point, make them talk about that more. You know what I mean? Just push back a little bit. They don't do that. And I just feel like
They needed Andy Cohen. They needed Andy Cohen. They were dry.
Thank you. And they don't ask follow-up questions that I'm sitting there going, well, why? Why do you think that? You know what I mean? And I'm sitting here screaming at my TV and I'm just like, 9 seasons in, I think what we definitely know is that they need to have a professional like hosting this reunion or a super fan, right? Someone who is really, I feel like, because I'm like, do y'all even watch the season? Because there's questions that like you just left on the table completely. Like they're like, what do I need to know?
They lacked charisma.
Yeah.
They just lacked so much. And then when they were asking the questions, they were just allowing them to be like, no.
Right. What do you mean?
I would
like
take their whole check back.
Thank you. I was like, did they get paid for this appearance or was this like, I don't know, the way they were behaving, you wouldn't think they got paid for it. Like every time I'd be like, well, okay, follow up, give me more. And no, and I think that was like thing number one for why it just was a very dissatisfying reunion, right? Actually, no. Thing number one was why the hell were they outside? Did you know? I mean, like they were actually outside at a park somewhere.
I did notice that. I was very confused.
Yeah. Breeze.
And there was a basketball court. I mean, what were we doing here?
What? Okay. We're doing Love is Blind Denver. Why was there an LA Clippers player there? Can anyone tell me?
Why was Chris Paul there, period? Why? Why was there a basketball?
Was there a basketball?
What was happening?
I don't know. I was like, of all the things we could be discussing. Oh, sorry. What just happened? Hold on. Jesus.
Ooh.
Ooh, hello, cleavage. I was like, of all the things that we could be spending time on right now, why are we spending time talking about Kacie and Patrick playing basketball in the damn pods? We have so much more to discuss, even with just those two people, right? Like, it just...
That was the least important fact of the whole
thing.
Couple.
And it felt like and again, I'm gonna blame. I mean, also, why did we waste time watching some concert at the beginning? Like, did you? I don't remember.
Who was that again?
I'm gonna lie if I say I remember who this artist was. Was it? I didn't write it down. And I've heard the song, mind you.
Well, you know what? Thank goodness they had an artist. Yeah, thank goodness they had somebody to do something because they did nothing.
I mean, I've heard the song and I like the song. I just don't understand what it had to do anything with like what we were here to do today. Like, and I was like, you guys like have Bravo in your world, right? You do have Bravo TV and Peacock available. Go watch like any of it and see how a reunion should be done. Period. Like you said, somebody should have copied Andy Cohen's homework. Like it was insane that this many seasons into it, you still don't have them taking a more journalistic, curious approach to interviewing these people and getting down to the bottom of, some of the stuff that would happen behind the scenes, some of the stuff they alluded to that, it felt like, I'm going to say over the overarching principle, it felt like everybody was just being given a chance to get the world off their back.
100%. It was like a I'm sorry session. Nobody wants to see an I'm sorry session. And no, you guys are not sorry for all those things. So stop.
This.
Stop.
What you're sorry for is that you can't post on TikTok now without 1,000 hate comments. Kacie, I'm talking to you. Like, that's all. And what's crazy is she actually wasn't even sorry. Because when it came her turn to apologize, like,
Yeah.
Patrick was like, Kacie, I'm trying to help you out here. Just say you didn't communicate properly. I'm sorry. He's like extending you, throwing you a bone to help her, I don't know, get less hate and death threats. And she's like, don't tell me what to say. I was like, oh,
He was also doing too much for an apology that he knows she doesn't mean. So what are we
correct.
doing here?
So what are we
Who
doing?
cares?
I mean, that was the only time that he pissed me off this whole time was I was
He
like,
was begging for an apology. Who begs for an apology when you're
thank
not
you.
even in a couple? You already saw what happened. You know why she doesn't like you. Just forget it.
Just forget it. She's obviously a jerk and she doesn't have remorse. If you have to pull the remorse out of somebody, it has zero value.
And he wanted the ring back so bad, like it was his grandmother's ring. I don't understand that part either. Like it
So,
wasn't his ring.
and that was actually an interesting little tidbit. I didn't know that Netflix buys the rings. Did you know that?
Not until this season.
Right. Until
But you
the,
know what was funny is that when you look at the sizes of the rings too, I feel like they are mirroring the income of the couple or of the man that's buying it because somebody's ring was extra large and
yes,
somebody's ring was extra small and flat.
I agree. I agree. I think Allie's ring was kind of booty. Um, Not
Yeah.
booty. That's, but it was just, it wasn't very. And then there was someone else who had like a,
Nick's ring was big. Did you notice
yes.
that?
Yeah.
And then
Uh,
Sparkle Megan's ring was not big.
no, it was more modest.
Mhm.
Interesting, right? And I'm trying to think of who else. Yeah, you're right. And I'm thinking about past seasons too now because
Cause
I'm
ring was
Calabria's
small
ring
too.
was small too, and I'm like thinking about past rings that have been
Hmm.
bigger and nicer, like
Right.
way nicer.
I feel like they were mirroring like a real life situation outside of the
Yeah,
pods based upon the
income.
suitor,
Mm-hmm.
the suitor's income. Yeah.
Yeah, they probably like had a jeweler come with like a box of like, okay, these are these are the rings, right? What do you think she likes? And then all after style points, it's more like, okay, well, I think the traditional thinking is it's supposed to be like 3 months salary or something like that. So they're like, okay, what's 3 months
Mhm.
of your salary? And probably we're like, okay, you could choose from these little 5,000 or these you could
Right.
choose from these 20,000, depending on I don't know, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But the thing is, him wanting the ring back, I didn't fully understand since he didn't pay for it. But I saw something on TikTok where Marshall from like a few seasons ago, he was doing a dance
Mhm.
being like, "Give me my ring back so I can pawn it because it's meaningless."
Well, hey, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
then
he was like,
that's
"I
it.
should
If
be
you
able to
want to
pawn
keep the
that
ring
shit,"
and
and he was
sell
doing this dance like it's like so I can pawn it. And I was like,
it.
I can see that because like, what do you? Because really, what does she need it for? Except somebody wants to
Right.
pawn it.
Right. Unless she's gonna, yeah, probably pawn it. Like this is a Love is Blind ring. It's gonna
Yeah,
be worth more money because someone's gonna
because
want
someone's
that
gonna
Love is Blind
know,
ring or something.
especially their ring and what all happened with them. Maybe she felt like maybe both of them feel like it has some kind of value that we're just not aware of beyond just the
Right.
diamond and the metal. But yeah, I mean, since we're on them, we might as well just talk about them. She is a phony loser and a crazy person who I don't understand anything she said in her defense. It just was useless. I was like, so what you're
Sh-
saying is you are a liar and a jerk because you said one thing to the producers and then turned around and behaved like a spider monkey, jumping all over him, talking about like
She
I
did. She surely did climb on him like she didn't want to leave,
yes. Oh my
wrapped her
God.
legs around him,
Thank you. And I was like, okay, you did that like 3 times.
and kissed him in the mouth. If you're
Thank
not attracted
you.
to him, you don't like him, what are we doing here?
Thank you. I was like, you did lie to him. You lied right
Right.
to his face, and that is dishonorable. You should have taken your lumps right then and there and told him the truth and not had him expecting fully. He said he was fully expecting to talk to her when they got back to Denver. And she ghosted him.
Right.
She ghosted him.
She's like, I wasn't
I
ready.
wasn't
I
ready.
wasn't ready. For
I needed
what?
some time. But then you were sure ready to bust it open dating everybody else in the cast you thought was interesting.
I loved when they were just talking about who she ran through and or who ran through her, and she was like, "That's not true.
Ah.
That's not
Who
true."
else did you date? She was like,
Girl, own it. You're single. Who
Joe
cares?
and go off, sis. Like that's what I don't like about her. Like
Right,
I'll be like, own your stuff. Own your stuff. Be like, you know what? I thought I could be into him. I thought, he was gonna be more my type, and he wasn't.
right.
So, oh well. I'm sorry if that hurt or upset people. I am a single woman, so I can date whoever I want. All this, like
Talk.
her. I feel like I know she's been getting a lot of hate and probably people making horrible comments, which I think is wrong and no one should ever do. But it still was so irritating for me for her to come on here and just be trying to tamp down the hate instead of like actually tell her truth.
Yeah, I think it was just all whack. I think she was just delusional. She was trying to portray who she was not. It didn't work. She didn't like him. She wasn't attracted. Love was not blind for her in this situation. Just own it. It's fine.
Yeah,
It
she
doesn't
made it
have to be
worse for
blind.
herself, trying to still be
Right.
like a perceived as a good person, made you a big
She
fat
gave
liar,
it 37 seconds.
girl. She was like,
37. She was like, deuces. How do I get out of here?
that reveal was she was like, producers, mm-mm.
She probably thought she was getting some sort of surfer boy because of his
Yeah,
voice and
his
how he
voice.
talked, and she
I didn't
didn't
even
think
think
that.
about
Yeah, she
that.
didn't think he was going to be that ethnic. That's what it really was.
That's what
She
it
did
boils
not
down
believe that.
to. Oh my God, I didn't even think about how his voice contributed to that. Because he does
So
give
I
California vibe.
and I would have never been able to get past his voice. I would have been like, this is going to be a very boring life. I'm going to come out of here and it's going to be very just Manila, and I don't want that. So no, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I can see that actually. Now, I mean, I still think she's a jerk and
Yeah, absolutely. She's a
a
whole
liar.
100% jerk. Yeah.
But I can see because I was like, what was she expecting? The man told her he was like he was like Chinese and Taiwanese or something. He was very Asian. There was no white in him that he was sharing with you. Like, oh, my dad's from Switzerland and my mom is Chinese. Like, what did you have in your head besides an Asian man? So actually, the
An Asian
voice.
model is what she thought, an Asian model. Love is Blind. They usually scout on all the sites. They
Hmm.
usually, do come up with
I
some
mean,
very,
yeah.
very good looking men. And maybe she thought that this was going to be some really chiseled jawed, maybe a little tan, those types of features that were a little bit more distinct, maybe a little sharper,
Hmm.
and
Maybe a little more
a body.
European.
Yeah. And some muscles and some.
But we never saw his body now. But
Eh.
he's tall. So I feel like he probably has a nice body under there.
Mm,
Mm,
it's
I
not
know.
giving. It's not
It's
giving. Nice
listen, leave
try.
my Patrick alone. I really still
Yes.
I like him, but I can definitely say that I didn't like how hard he was working to get her off the hook, but I understand it because he's just a nice guy.
Well, let me tell you why I hate her. I
Hmm.
hate her because he specifically said what happened in his life and some of his triggers and some of the things that really upset him. And she went and just did them all
Just did it
in his
exactly to
face
him. Yeah.
and said things that he's going to see
Hmm.
when he watches the show.
Hmm.
And, it just reiterated what he was trying to avoid. And she truly was the demon child.
Literally the reason he came on the show. So
100%. Like, I
th-
would have faked it just because of what he said.
yeah, there
I
would
would have.
have
I would have just had a heart. I would have just sacrificed myself and just gone along with it. I mean, I might be wrong for doing this, but I would have just tried a little bit. I may not have been as intimate because I just don't work like that. I couldn't do it,
hmm
but I would have come up with a better reason.
better reason. If you were my thing is if you were so concerned with public opinion and you were so concerned with not looking like a jerk, then definitely that wasn't the right strategy to
And
tell the
I wouldn't even,
producers something
right.
else.
I wouldn't even been concerned about myself. I just as a human, I would have
Not
been
wanting to
concerned
hurt
about,
him.
right, exactly. Like
Yeah.
I would not have wanted to hurt him because of the way he looks. He's still a person. He's still said the same things. You fell in love with whatever he was talking about.
That's what's crazy. She didn't even give it a chance. Like you felt you did
2 seconds,
feel
gone.
something for the voice and the soul you connected with. Girl, I could go on about her. She's
Yeah,
the
she's going to
devil.
hell.
Yeah.
She's going to hell. That's it.
She's just such a bad. She needs to really sit down with herself and a therapist and think about like what are you chasing? Because there's this apparently the guy that she had broken up with was like some hockey player. And
Mm.
so it's like what are you chasing in this life? Because it's obviously not love and companionship with someone who cares about you. You're chasing something else, so go talk to a therapist about that. But
Right. And as much as I hate them so much, and I really wished, not hate them, but I hated them as a couple.
mhm.
But I really wish Patrick would have won the basketball game.
I
Just
know I was so irritated that she
the
won it,
fact that he
so you could
lost
just be like
just
in
made
your
it worse.
face.
It just made it worse. And it made it worse that they said, okay, she won. You need to get the ring back. And he
I
was
did
like,
not
I'll
like
think
that.
about it. Maybe back in Denver. I'm like, Patrick, throw the ring. Throw the ring
Oh,
onto it. That
Chris
ring had too much
Paul.
power.
I know it was like my precious. That was the only funny thing Vanessa did. And she was like,
Yes.
but like
Yeah.
Chris Paul, who asked you to interject that into a bet into the thing? Who asked you to do that? Like he had got the ring back. It was finished.
Right.
I digress.
Right.
Sparkle Megan. We were right about one
Boo.
thing. I was like, wait, what? So she went,
Boo.
she got pregnant.
She fast. Oh, she moves
Now,
quick.
so I did some timeline because I was like, whoa, what? So this show was filmed a while ago. Like it was filmed a year and like some months ago.
But she said it was 3 months.
Yeah, it was a 3 month courtship, but I was thinking it was like, maybe only 9 months ago this was filmed. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like,
Oh,
wait,
did
how
she
does it?
just pop the baby just
Yeah, I
right
was like,
out?
how does this
No.
timeline work? And then I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, so she met this guy somehow after breaking up with
Her
Jordan,
partner.
being devastated, then dating Mike for a little bit, realizing he's definitely not the one. Then she finds this guy, and within 3 months, they're like living together and pregnant.
Listen, Sparkle Megan was just
I mean,
sprinkling glitter all over the place real quick.
yeah, I love the baby part
She
because I
went
did,
from,
God, like, what?
listen, she went from crying to saying that she would n doesn't even know if she could be a mother to just
Full on.
busting it wide open.
Pregnant, baby boy is here. You know what I mean? You're so stupid.
Listen,
I was
go
like,
ahead, go off, Sparkle.
think I'm happy for her. Obviously, I love babies, so you're never gonna get me to say anything negative about that. But I do wonder if her decision to move forward with this guy so quickly was like reactionary a little bit. I mean, is he really like her one? Is it likely that she just found her one right after that?
Well, I don't know because the terminology partner could go either way, right? Because to me, it sounds like partner is not necessarily you're with
Romantic?
that person right now. Yeah, I mean, like she didn't say this is my boyfriend, this is my fiance, this is anything. So I don't know if they're actually together.
I think though some people, women of a certain age, don't like saying boyfriend for some reason. They think it's like frivolous and childish sounding. So they say my partner, which I thought I just feel like that makes it sound stupid. So
Right. So it makes it sound like, okay, you guys entered into some sort of contract.
a little bit. I mean, back in the day, it used to definitely mean like for LGBTQ couples, right? Like that
Right.
they would say partner because they couldn't say like husband or wife because of the law. And
Right.
now nobody really uses partner because, since the Marriage Equality Act passed, you know what I mean? When people are
My
married,
partner.
but it's not,
You
yeah, it's
sound like
like,
a cowboy.
I guess
Hey,
people like do
partner.
still say my life partner, but yeah, it's an interesting word choice and it's not one I would use, but I know people use it because they don't like the word boyfriend because they think it sounds real juvenile.
I call my husband my boyfriend.
I do too.
Ah,
I tell
it's my
my husband,
boyfriend.
I know, I tell my husband I like my boyfriend. I'm going out with my boyfriend tonight.
Right, exactly. Spice it up a bit. But I am happy for her. I am
Yeah,
happy because I actually feel like she found her purpose, right? Because the
same.
money alone was not her purpose. Everybody knows she didn't need anybody. Everybody knows that she has done very well for herself. Go ahead, Sparkle Megan.
Go
Great
off.
job. And she did. She needed somebody that was going to meet her where she was, that was going to be able to, go on those trips and do those things. But I do wonder now how she feels having a newborn and understanding that you might have to taper that down a little bit
Yeah.
and be sedentary for a little bit. Or do you think that Italy trip is really going to be great when you have that infant on your chest?
And they
Not,
hammered
it's
that
going to be different.
home to her. They were like, so no 10 a.m. golf, right? Like, yeah, that's an
Right.
unrealistic thing to expect of someone who has a child. And I think she even kind of she capitulated on that. She was like, yeah, I was
Yeah.
not being realistic or speaking from the perspective of someone who knows anything about what it's like to have a kid. Like, she just
Well,
wasn't.
then I wonder because if she said that she, loved him so much, like, why not revisit that if now that you've realized, like, hey,
Mm.
that piece that really I thought was breaking us up, which I know it
Yeah.
wasn't, there's probably more. And I think it was his inability to even meet her halfway because he
Yep.
acted like he was a single dad and had the child, 7 days a week. But I
Yes.
want to play devil's advocate because of his disease, what if he does go into a diabetic shock? He doesn't want to be halfway across the world. He
Right.
probably wants to be right there and is probably
That's true.
fearful that he'll be out gallivanting, living his life while his son's alarm goes off.
True. You know what? I didn't even think about how the diabetes plays into that decision because I was like, he doesn't have him full time. Why can't he up and travel with Megan? Maybe,
Hmm.
once a month or so. But yeah, that to your point, Quentin doesn't he doesn't want both of us to be out of the country together, like away from the kids.
I don't either.
Yeah,
I
he
do
had,
not want to. I don't
yeah,
care if you gave me my dream vacation.
yeah.
I'm not going.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
like,
want to.
I
I
don't
won't
want
enjoy
a
it.
body of water separating me from the kids, and both of us are here,
Yeah, and
and
then we're
they're
both gone.
here.
No,
Yeah,
then I got Orphan Annie at home. No.
yeah. He's like, no, his thing is, if it's both of us, we got to be able to drive or, physically get back by overland. So,
I did say I did that. I did that once,
hmm
where we did go away. And I'm not gonna tell you that it wasn't enjoyable, but it was not as enjoyable because what really brightened my day was that phone call where I could FaceTime them and things like that. Had they been there, yes, maybe we wouldn't have gone out at nighttime. Maybe we would have
yeah, that's
kind
the
of
big
adjusted
difference. You're
that.
not taking care of anyone, and you're able to go freely wherever you want.
Right. But
Important for vacation,
right, it is. But I could tell you, I would have loved to have my little monsters with me.
but I feel like for her, I think maybe this guy, this Lex Luthor looking partner of hers,
Not
maybe
Lex Luthor.
he did, didn't he? That's what he, oh, it's giving Superman villain. Like I think maybe that's
Yes.
the difference, right? Because we didn't get to talk to him at all. Like
Right.
maybe he is like, yeah, I'm super into being a dad, but I also want to maintain this part of our lives, and so
Right.
he
Or he could
maybe
be the one with so much energy that he's like, yeah, let's take the kid. I got him, strap him on my back. Let's go.
or
Let's
like
go.
maybe they're both like, we're gonna hire this nanny, and they're both okay with it. Whereas maybe Jordan and her, and for understandable reasons, Jordan would never do that, or something. So
And also, you got to think about it like, also, if he goes out of the country, what if something happens to his son? He might not be,
yeah,
the doctors that are used to dealing with his son that he's used to dealing with, they're not going to be there. It's going to be very uncomfortable. It's
yeah,
scary. What happens if the medication gets lost? Like, what are we going to do?
it is a
So,
lot.
that's a lot. It is a lot. And I also don't think, and I'm sorry, everybody don't hate me, but I think that when it's not your own child and you come into the
Yeah,
relationship, and then not only do you have to deal with that piece, but now you're dealing with the medical issues that you might not be fully equipped to handle. And it is a lot to ask someone whose bloodline does not run through that child. And I'm sorry, I might be the devil right now to some people, but it
no, I
is
think
a
that's a
lot
very
for
real thing.
someone. Yeah, I think it's a lot for someone to come into that situation, one with someone else's child. You have to, adjust to that, and you don't have children of your own. There's a lot you have to learn. And they did everything so quick. You still are trying to learn him. Now
Yeah,
you're trying to learn his, his baby's mother, now the child.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And then the sickness and how to deal with that. What if you make the wrong
Well,
move when he's not home? Oh
this goes
gosh,
to my
no.
point I made, I think last week, where I said I don't think that I don't think parents should be allowed on the show. I don't think people who have kids should be allowed on the show because it's too much to take on responsibly and consider and really weigh it and then figure out if you get along with not just him, but as you're learning him or her, you also have to learn the child's parent, then the child. Consider finding all the things you have to figure out in that short period of time is not an appropriate place to have single parents. Sorry.
And on top of that, you also have to learn each other's families and
Correct.
brothers and sisters.
On top
You
of
know,
all of that. So it to me it's actually like a little crazy the idea that they would even include single parents. I don't think they
I
should.
would be so angst in this situation with all of these
Yeah.
things.
You have
Like
so
even when you're
much
thinking
all
of, yeah, even when you're thinking about getting married in the traditional fashion, where you have known someone for years, and then you're still sitting there like, gosh, the wedding day, it's gonna come. This is the rest of my life.
yeah.
You still have the butterflies and the questions and all those things. So I can't even imagine
Hmm.
compounding all of those things. No, no, I would have to tap
Yeah.
out. I
And
would
not
tap out
everybody
early.
is meant to be a stepmom. That's why they have that evil stepmother trope because some people become step parents who should not be and they're horrible. So,
I think she would resent him. He already has his eyes shiny just for his son. There's no room for her for him right now.
not the
There's
level of
not.
room that she's looking for. There's a woman, and Jordan's a lovely guy, really, truly. I am
Yeah.
certain that now that he's been on TV with his $1 million smile, there is a woman out there who is just like, oh, plug me and play into this family. Like I want in, and I
Did
think
you
he'll
just
find
say
it.
$1 million smile? You are so gracious. I
I
will leave that on the table. I will not. You will not take me there. No, nope. Not baiting
You
me.
don't like his
Absolutely
smile?
not.
Oh my gosh, I like his smile. It's a
You know
little,
what? You know
it's
what? You
charming.
have you have your phone?
Yeah.
You have your phone, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Uh-huh. I'll show you.
His smile. You're
I'm gonna
evil.
show I'm just
I
gonna send you
like
something.
his smile.
Good. Okay. Like this text that I send you. And then you'll see how much. Oh my gosh. I'm just telling you.
Oh my gosh.
You'll see. All
I'll
right.
wait for it. So
Oh my gosh. Wait.
you're stupid, not cracking yourself up. And this, I didn't get it. Did you send
Hold
it?
on. I'm
Oh,
trying to send it. This is probably the Lord trying to stop me. Hold
yeah,
on.
from being mean. Okay,
I'm not being mean.
even if he doesn't have $1 million smile, I feel like he's a decent looking guy. Was my point. He's charm. He's got his tats. Some woman out there is definitely going to sign up hook, line, and sinker to be a stepmom to his kid, and just wasn't Megan. So good for them both for figuring that out before they got to the altar. Is what I will say in conclusion
Yes.
about them.
And it should be coming right now.
Okay. Meanwhile, your thoughts on Kate and Nick and Annie? Annie with the crazy hair. Her hair was a little better this time. Still looked kind of dry, but her hair
First
was
of
a
all,
her hair was a little better for a hairdresser. I was like,
mm-mm.
mm-mm.
Kate, first of all, Nick, I don't think he's come to the realization that he might not be playing for that team.
Think so?
I definitely think so. And I also think that that house in the mountains is like his mom's Airbnb.
For sure. Oh, 100%
It's
that is. That's he doesn't live there.
mhm.
No, there's no chance in
No.
hell. It was serial killer neat. And I know
Speaking of serial killer,
who.
did you just see?
What is this picture, you idiot?
Exactly. So there's your $1 million smile, and you leave me alone. Leave me
Where
alone.
did you get this? Although you can I hate you. It's not even it's hard
I'm
to
just
see.
saying.
Okay, that's a
Oh,
terrible picture. Oh God. No, it's no good. That all right. I just think there's
no.
something charming about him. Maybe it's just, the face has got to be emotion, but frozen like that, it doesn't look
It's
so
really.
ridiculous.
Oh,
I hate you.
look at that.
Thank you.
Hi.
I was being
That's what's
gracious
coming to your
about
bedroom. The
what might
bedroom
be
near you.
what might be attractive
Oh.
about him. To some.
I'm
I'm
sorry,
just
he's a
saying.
sweetheart. I'm just being a jerk.
Yeah, no, I
He's
mean,
a nice guy.
he is a nice guy. And I'm just saying, what might be attractive to some people, because I don't know. I mean, that's a bad picture. Let's be real. The picture looks weird.
I'm
But
just saying.
as
All right, yeah, let's go back to
Nick and
Nick.
Annie. I mean, I don't
I
really have much to say
wanted
about them. I do feel like Annie though needs to like,
be psychologically evaluated.
yeah, to the fact that girl, you did beg him. You were trying to get him to still marry you after he was horrifically, like terribly uninterested, like
Wasn't
embarrassingly.
she hooking up with people too afterwards? No? Or
I
did
think
that people
Kate
steer
was,
clear?
right? I feel like there was a
Um,
party that Mike had that everybody started like hooking up, and I can't keep straight who all.
Patrick was like, I was not there. Don't ask me. Nope.
So don't ask me
No.
nothing. I wasn't at Mike's party, but yeah, I just feel like
No.
with Nick, I think he is. You may have a point. He's very religious, so it's possible
That's
that
why I think he doesn't want to come out.
I'm not gonna rule it out. Because he does have that strong, faith, and there's something that's coming off like he's not living his true self. What we see in front of us is somehow something is missing, and I don't know what he's hiding or what he's suppressing, so I won't rule it out. How about that?
I just feel like I go back and forth with him, right? Because I was
Yeah,
rooting for him, and I
yeah.
didn't understand why all the other guys hated him so much. I wasn't quite sure, and I just thought maybe he was too, I'd say maybe he was too fake in the pods, like really talking about, the money piece or what he does. I can feel like he would be
Do some of
boasting a little
that.
bit, and they're
Yeah.
like, "We're just
Nobody
trying to
needs
hang out.
nobody needs to know that
We
right
don't
now.
care about your luxury, you know, status, your
Watches.
watches, all that kind of stuff,
Right.
like your Rolex, we don't care." And
Hmm.
I think that maybe that might have rubbed the guys the wrong way. But I know that he was very articulate, and I would hate to say that because he was articulate, well-spoken, put together, a little bit professional all the way around, like even he didn't take it down a notch, is what I'm saying. So maybe everybody thinks that that's why he is um
Fake.
fake and that he was plotting and planning. He had great answers. He was like
Because
an
he was
AI
just
bot.
so. That's what I was gonna say. He almost, because his answers at the reunion, honestly, I
They
was
were
almost
good.
like, yeah, I was like, can you really still continue to hate this guy? Like,
Right. And he said he hated himself. Like he
he hated what he
acknowledged these
saw.
things.
Yeah, he took
I
total.
mean, and also like he's not going to sit there and cry over you.
No,
He immediately knew like this was not going to work. And I'm sorry, I feel like she raised a lot of red flags with the "Do you love me? You don't love me, say you love me." That's too much. I wouldn't
I
want a
wouldn't. I
say
would have broke
five
up with her.
clinger. Leave me
I'm literally
alone.
uninterested. I could never have. I said that. I was like, he's weird and something feels off about him. However, I also don't blame him for not wanting to be with someone who is constantly like, but I'm all in. Are you all in? I'm not. Like, you still have 4 weeks left. He doesn't have to tell
Yeah,
you he's all in Mexico. That's crazy. And she
right.
got so mad at him for that I knew she was like,
Sort
yeah.
of.
And I was like, gosh, she was gone over him. And I was like, the desperation was there. I think she saw that back and was trying to play it off. But, like, girl, no,
No man finds a desperate woman attractive. Like that's not an attractive trait.
it isn't. Bless her heart.
Yeah.
But,
I mean,
I mean,
she a hairstylist. That's
yes,
right.
she's
She's a
a salon
hairstylist.
owner and looks like there are birds living in there.
Okay, but owners and stylists, totally different, right?
You're right.
I hope somebody else is in there doing the hair
Oh
because
my God.
if I saw
Because,
her hair, I would just be like, I'm not coming here. I can't because you're gonna make me look like that. I
but here,
couldn't tell if it was a track, a wig, um,
it was something going on. And even on the
a
reunion
Halloween
show, it was
costume.
so dry. It didn't have any movement. It was just,
Because it was probably plastic. It was not a bundle, baby. It was not a
ooh.
bundle. Mm-mm, no bundles there, baby.
No,
Mm-mm.
but you
She
know
needed
what?
VO5 treatment on whatever was on her head.
But if you own a salon, you still shouldn't look like that, even if you're not the stylist.
No, because your stylist should be able to hook it up.
Thank
They should
you.
be telling you, ma'am,
I mean, this was poor
ma'am.
advertising. She had a national stage, some would say international stage, to advertise and market her business. and literally dropped the ball so hard. Like showing up looking like mommy drinks.
Who done it? Who done it? She looked like she stuck her finger right in a socket.
She looked like she overslept to get the kids to the bus stop. And it every time. And God bless her. I was
Poor
like,
baby.
imagine having that kind of exposure for your business and that's what you show up like saying. Like you're a dentist and you show
Oh,
up with your teeth with like just crazy looking teeth on. I don't know. It's just weird. But
I know.
enough on her.
Right.
Okay.
Shall we move on?
Let's move on. Two more people. I think there's two more couples that I definitely want to talk about.
Calabria.
Ah, Calabria. Okay,
Oh my
so
gosh.
again on the apology tour, I felt
Bleh.
like like when she gave that. I love Calabria, but when she gave that little speech trying to explain herself about like how she feels after this whole experience, I was like,
I love you, baby,
I
baby.
really do love you. I care about you. I was just like, there was no new information being shared here about anything. And I just think, honestly, at the end of the day, Netflix owes Calabria an apology. She did not get a fair shake. They knew that he was. She didn't get a fair shake at finding like a normal good guy. Like it's not right. He's not. He should not have been screened into the
Oh,
show. He's lovely for so many reasons, but he's not ready to be someone's husband right now.
he was kissing the floor. Did we forget?
That's what I'm saying. How did they not
Like
catch that in the casting
open
screen?
mouth on the floor. Like I would have been like, you set me up, Netflix. He was licking and kissing the floor, and then you allowed him to come out and kiss me.
My thing is this.
I'm suing.
They
Nope.
they knew there was a social worker on there and I feel like they set her up.
Right. She was trying to fix it. She was going to fix it. That was her project. And she tried to fix those triggers that he had. And she wanted to be a good person.
Yep,
But I mean, there was no way that was a match.
that was
There
not a
was
match.
no way.
And you know what? I actually went on his Instagram just like maybe I'm wrong about Edmund. Maybe he's just extra when the cameras are there. But
You went on his
no,
Instagram?
I did. I looked at his like well, I don't know if it's his
Look at
only
what you're doing
page.
to me. Now I have to go and
Now
see
you
what's
like he just
happening.
bounces around like that jumping all over the place and rhyming stupid rhymes and some people might find it
He
super
rhymes.
charming. And I feel like I could be his friend, but that's the thing. He's somebody who will probably live in most people's friend zone. So why Netflix put him on this show? I don't know. But more or less,
What is his name?
Edmund with an O. I don't know what his name.
Oh, I see. I see him. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if this is going to take me to his page though. Oh, Edmund Hart. Is it Edmund Harvey? Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. He just bounces around like a rabbit on his page, and it's just very clear that
Oh. He
he's
reminds
just
me of a child.
yeah.
Like I would
I was
have to
like, he's
take
a
care of him.
sweet little nerdy like kid. He's a skater. There's something about Edmund that you want to love and care for, but again, husband material, no. That should have been a no from casting, period. And that's where
Oh,
I'm
and
not.
he's a realtor, right?
Yeah, he's a realtor, and they say that they show him. He's showing the houses, and by the way, the exposure is probably great for him as a realtor.
100%. They're gonna
But
love him.
yeah,
He's a lovable person.
and he has charisma, and that's a lot of
Yep.
important characteristics to be. That's important to be a realtor to have that magnetism, that likability, and he has that.
Hmm.
He's just not ready to ever. I mean, I don't know if he'll ever be, but he's not ready to be someone's husband now.
No, he definitely reminds me of someone who needs a little bit more guidance as an adult. Um,
He will be someone's burden unless he goes deep with the work that he has to do.
I just think that he really, when she was drilling him about a protector and what she needed, and he was like, security. He was like, no, like he has his hands on me. He was like,
I'm not gonna
not
fight anyone.
me, not me. Check, please. Not
I
me,
was
baby
like,
girl.
she's literally just
Like
looking
you're
for
on your
a.
own.
I will, I will get, but I didn't. And you know what? I was like, I understand some men are not gonna always throw fists like right away. So I was like, waiting for him to just say, "I will step between you."
Can you scream high pitch? Yo, he was about to blow a whistle. What's the things that you get when you're like out on the street as a
Yeah, it's
girl
a
and it's
whistle.
like, yeah, he had a whistle in his pocket.
I was like waiting for him to be like, well, I would step between you two and not let him put his hands on you. Like nothing.
Or
But
say something to him in a more, I would say, aggressive fashion, or just a deeper voice, maybe
maybe the guy
something.
doesn't see him, and yeah, either way, I mean, it was clear they were not a match, but I think in the days that have passed since our last conversation, I actually started, and I saw his Instagram. I actually started to get like mad at Netflix for casting him at all. I was like, this was a trap for the social worker that they set, and it's not right. Like they knew she was gonna do this,
Right. Yeah,
you know.
that's yeah. Yeah,
So
she needs to come back next season.
and
Like
get
the
like a
return
yeah, yeah. I definitely think so. And okay, so with Calabria, she got her chance to apologize. I feel like, she got her chance to apologize for calling him the B word and kind of going outside of her character in that way, which
was her character. Get out of here.
yeah, and I was like, I mean, you were mad. I don't think we need to make that much of a federal case out of it. Like, I don't think it's right to call him the B word. That you can apologize for, but I just feel like she fell on her sword a little too hard for me. And that this is the devil of social media when it comes to these reality people. I almost wish they would film the reunion before people have had a chance to react to them. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? I wish
Right.
they.
Yeah, because now they're being very reactive to the comments. They're not being reactive to their true feelings.
Mhm.
Like, hey, when I get mad, I might say certain things that I don't mean.
Correct.
I hate you. All sorts of things get said when you're angry. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
even kids say things that they don't mean. I
Yeah.
hate you, mommy. I wish you would just leave. What, Macaulay Culkin? I wish you would all just disappear.
Yeah.
Like, we get it. People say things. But granted, did he deserve to be treated like that? Absolutely not,
No.
especially, you know, because he was not an aggressor. He's not that aggressive
No.
personality that I feel like he really brought it out of her
No.
like that. But
Right.
again, she was saying that he does certain things off camera.
That's the
Um,
only thing that I still don't feel like I got resolution on with them
because we didn't see
was
anything.
what was happening. And it annoyed me because I was like, so you mean to tell me all this filming, the producers never caught anything? Never
Right. And
caught Mike? Nothing? And then no one else on the cast could corroborate this? It was annoying to me that,
right,
and, you know? And then
right.
Nick
Because
and
all I'm
Vanessa
thinking is
didn't
he's gonna
push harder
cry.
on it either. Like,
No, I feel like off camera, what is he gonna do? He's gonna like do the internal "Rrrr" and cry and maybe like slap his head. That's what I see him doing. Like he's not the person that is going to get in your face and start
no.
saying things or yelling and screaming
Or
because
have
he
a
just told you
tantrum.
he doesn't have it in him. Now
Yeah.
the tantrum, absolutely, he's gonna throw a tantrum.
Yeah.
We
But I don't
saw the
know.
tantrum.
I know that they left it as resolved as it's gonna get, but it
Right.
just felt like there was such a an absence of depth in terms of the hosts just probing a little further and like,
Yeah.
are you really ready for marriage? Do you think you're ready for marriage, Edmund? Do you know what I mean? Like, but
Well,
it is what
they
it is.
probably didn't want to push him because one, maybe he didn't have the capacity to really answer those questions because as we saw, the capacity that Calabria was looking for wasn't there.
Yeah.
You know, he wants to run high knees and roller skate. Like he's not
Again.
there with the whole, yes, I want to have kids, I want to have a family, I want to do all these things.
Mm,
But I think mentally he's not mature enough to be in a spot to lead a family, from my opinion. I
no.
want him to show a little bit more of leading himself because the moment that you cry because you're not getting any in the bed with me is the moment that
Girl.
I would have left. I would have left. That alone
Mm-hmm.
would have been it.
Or I would have been
Because
security. Please. I'm
yes, because
literally
I'm
not
like,
you can get
right,
me
because
another
like
room or him another room.
right, because like, okay, my time a month, like he's gonna cry for 7 days, and both of us can't be crying, okay?
Yes. Like
Because I'm already gonna be crying in my emotional on those 7 days where I'm angry. Leave me alone.
it was it was as resolved as it's gonna get, I think, is where actually I feel like
Yeah.
that was a repeating theme with all these couples. Like I think we were like it's like Allie and Anton. I didn't get any resolution there at all. I was like, okay, so
I
Allie,
forgot about them almost.
yeah, I was like, Allie, you have no soul. You literally went by the word of a woman you just met as to whether he's a good guy or not.
over going to a strip club when he's single.
when he's a single man.
She's not going to find anybody who has not been to a strip club as a single man at that age. I'm sorry. Do they not have bachelor parties or,
No, but I'll tell you
anything?
what. Here's what I think. In the back of my head when that was going on, I was like, what is this? Like, the man is single. Who cares? And I said, was she using that as an excuse? Because really it boiled
Oh,
down to money. He didn't have enough money for
uh,
her.
she used that as an excuse.
The
She used the
drinking?
drinking as an excuse. She was building this case and just defaming him. And he was like, you
Just,
guys have never even seen me drunk. Like, what are we
yeah.
talking about?
Literally, we've never seen the man slur his words, be real
No,
blotchy in the face, or look inebriated. And yeah, maybe that means he holds his liquor really well. But yeah, I don't think she gave us enough there to side
no.
with her on the drinking thing. And then
Right.
her friend is what was really damning for me with the money.
What a jerk. She's a jerk.
And the
What is it?
company,
Donkey of the Day? Who does that? That's
girl,
Charlemagne. Charlemagne the God. Donkey of the
yes,
Day. Give it to her.
like
Hee-haw.
what? Your friend, to me, I think any chance Allie might have had of denying that she broke up with him because of money, this friend
Mhm.
destroyed. Because the company you keep, sister, you know what I'm saying? Like if I had you and Samrat at my bachelor party and we were talking about my, like, I don't feel like you guys would be like, well, girl, does he have enough money for you? Because that's a
Right.
broke person's job. Like, no, this is how you guys talk when no one is around. Your friend forgot that there was a camera and she, let y'all's true character slip out.
And when they talked about it, she's divorced and
Both of them.
unhappy.
Both of them.
Yeah, divorced
Yeah.
and unhappy. And also, but we know what the real deal breaker was, remember?
The
It was his
flip
feet. They
phone.
did not have to do him dirty like
Oh my
that.
gosh. And then
They zoomed
afterwards, they
in.
rolled the footage of his feet and the way he walks. He does have like a, walk like this.
Yes.
A lot of men walk like that, by the way.
Well, I mean, especially in flip-flops.
Yes. And I was like, okay, hilarious that they played that footage of his feet. And I was like,
They- Did they
now
play the cricket sounds like when she was just
when she was
staring at
just
his
sitting
feet?
there looking at his feet. But I was like,
Yeah.
okay, shots fired. But I was like, Allie, they were on a tropical vacation. Of course he's gonna have on sandals. So you
He
can't
said,
crucify the man for wearing
he,
sandals
he said,
on the
I'm
beach.
sorry for my feet. Poor guy. Like, you know
Well,
what? Jesus gave me these feet. What is he supposed to do
what am I
about
supposed
his
to do? And
mean
I didn't
feet?
think they were that horrible. I hate all feet that are not
I didn't see
belong to
anything. She's
babies.
definitely not going to want to date a basketball player or an athlete
Girl,
because, whoa, baby girl.
feet are gnarly sometimes.
I love
Gnarly.
LeBron, but I bet you his feet look like some who done it. Yes.
They- Long, crunched over toes. Listen,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you know, feet that don't belong to babies are
I
disgusting.
hate feet.
No matter how you slice it. Feet that belong to people over 10 years old are absolutely horrific. And
Oh
so,
gosh, ew.
ugh, you know, like, ugh.
I
After
can't
the
even
feet
think
lose
about
that
it.
like baby pudge, they're just not,
Oh, I know.
then we're not to discuss them anymore. Feet
They're
are to be,
unscathed, and now they're like, mm-mm. Once your feet have met the world, mm-mm.
it's a done
They're
deal.
no. Yeah,
So I
no,
felt like that was BS on her part because I was like, girl, were you really checking this grown man to make sure he had beautiful feet?
no. Like,
That was a deciding factor for you? Like, what a loser. I don't know. I didn't like her whole demeanor on the show was very like, I'm that girl. I deserve better
princess.
than him. Yeah. And
Mhm.
when they asked him if he was dating someone, his girl was right there. And I was happy for him that that was the
Right.
case. I think she still expected him to still be pining over her. I think she was shocked that he has a girl already or
I
something.
think,
I think it
um,
caught her off guard.
no, if she was shocked in a good or bad way, or if she expected him to like fawn over her, but it was clear that she did not want anything to do with him, so it's not like she wanted him back.
No, but she's that type of self-absorbed where
Oh yeah.
she would probably enjoy the idea that he's like heartbroken and pining over her.
Oh, 100%. Like she was the prettiest girl that he's ever seen, and he had a chance and had a shot, and now that
Hmm.
she's gone,
Like boohoo.
boo-hoo, you're never gonna find anyone as great as myself.
Hmm.
And I think that she was really shallow, really superficial. The company that she keeps, she needs to get rid of it because it's going to take her down, and she can be miserable with the rest of them. And
Yeah. Keep hanging
miserable
out
with
with,
money is not a good thing.
like, I mean, not these people don't know the difference, but yeah,
No,
I think I was like his lifestyle, like going to a strip club with your friend is not a lifestyle. Like it's just
no. She
yeah,
acted
I
like she
think she
spent like
just
$50,000 at the strip club and like, or never came home nights or,
right. And then
any of those
found out
things.
like maybe during that what was it, 2 weeks at home or whatever, that like he was gone multiple nights, and then come to find out from the friend's girlfriend that, oh, he was at the strip club. That's what
Right.
she made it seem like. Yeah, that girl's probably not even around.
I
Your
loved his
girlfriend.
point about he really played her. Like what is it? Clock it. He
Mm-hmm.
clocked her T because he was like, you really took advice from someone who moved in with a guy after
A
what, a
month.
few weeks?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
And obviously she was still with the guy that also was doing the same thing. So it couldn't have been
right.
that bad.
Putting the lie to what she's saying is the fact that she's here with him and talking about they're a happy couple.
Right.
So you want me to break up
100%.
with
And
my
he's right. It
man?
was shady. It was so shady that the moment that she walked away with this girl, she doesn't know that she decided to just go ahead and
Say that stuff.
spew all this information out to somebody.
Like, why not say it at the table where he can defend himself? You know,
Right. Absolutely. And as she's talking about him, sweetheart, you're still always also talking about the boyfriend that
the
you live with.
that you're still with. Like, it was very like
100%.
it did not give girls girl. It just gave messy, and I
Which
don't know.
lends to the fact that Allie is not that intelligent to sit there and listen to that and not be able to decipher real from fake.
Well, no, I think
And
she is. I think that's what I'm saying. That's why I think in retrospect, initially I was like, was she really like affected by what this one random girl said? No,
right.
in retrospect, I think that she was like, I can use this as a very convenient excuse to break up with him because I don't want to
He
be
really did
this
hone in
poor.
on that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you have never even witnessed anything. Like, and why would he tell you in the pods, oh, and by the way, I went to the strip clubs when I was single. Do you care?
If it was a big part of his life, it would have come up in the pods, I think.
100%. And I think it would have come up when they were living together that he actually was at the strip club. And, you know, m- I couldn't understand why she was so worried about who came to the house. He was in the house.
Oh yeah.
That is his bet.
I didn't
One of his
understand that.
good friends. Like,
I couldn't tell if she was being controlling or if she was trying to catch him lying about who drank the beers.
right. Yeah. I think
Because
it
then
was
he kind of hedged and he was like, "Oh no, he was downstairs. I brought the beers to him downstairs," which I was like, "So your friend came and you
right.
took the beers out of the fridge and went downstairs to drink with him in the lobby of your apartment rather
Of
than
the
letting
apartment complex? Like, that's weird.
right." So I
Unless
think,
his friend didn't want to be on the camera and the cameras were in the apartment and then maybe they were,
oh, maybe so. Yeah,
trying to talk about something. Who knows?
yeah, maybe so.
Either
Good
way,
point.
she's whack.
She's whack though, and she'll get what she's looking for. Her and Kacie can form a superficial girls dating club, and they'll land the millionaires they're looking for who won't care about their feelings, and that'll be the end of that.
Exactly. She'll be just arm candy and
Yeah, that's if that's what you're going
that's
for,
it.
babe. Don't come on a show like Love Is Blind. Like it's just, what are we
No,
doing?
right,
And
right.
maybe it's just people who are just not self-aware enough to know, like, actually, no, I am that shallow, and I really only care about how comfortable this man can help me become,
Right, exactly. I really think she wanted a meal ticket. She wanted someone to pay her way through, school. Then she was going to get pregnant, and
and
then
stop
she was
working.
going to pretend like was planning on having this career, but now she has to be a mother and
Mm-hmm.
stay at home.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll be one of those that puts the kid in daycare and goes out with her girlfriends and get their nails done and just burns the husband money while he works himself to death.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody sounds like they're gonna be like super happy in that situation.
Right. No, she'll be with her friends who are miserable, and she'll be miserable, and they'll all be miserable little wenches all together.
And then when yeah, then they can compare alimony checks. Um,
Exactly. Yeah.
but yeah,
This
that's why it
season
was
was a
kind of like a
doozy.
just a not it it pissed me off because in the beginning for like the the first episode drop that they did, I was
Right.
like, oh, they're on fire. They're on fire. They got some good solid couples. Like we're about to see some good stuff.
Right.
And I can't believe walking away from this reunion, we had no one married, and everyone just showed up to this reunion to apologize and make themselves look better and get the internet off their back.
Yeah, it was like a whiny
And let me explain.
sad
Let
fest.
me
It was like
explain.
they were all just turned into politicians. I was like,
Thank you.
stop.
They all had these almost like this rehearsed demeanor of like, okay,
Hmm.
let me deliver my lines.
Right. I
I
hate
just
myself. I hated seeing myself like that.
Calabria even pulled a speech out of her
She
his
said, I can't remember anything. My memory's bad. Ah, smoker.
like, girl, you should not be
It
pulling.
was Denver. She can't remember
She
anything because she was
never
in
mind.
that drought.
Listen, I mean, maybe so, but I was just like,
She talks very calm all the time.
she does have a demeanor that, like, yeah, is very
She sounds like
calm.
she's sedated.
She's very calm. But I thought that was the social worker thing, where she just sits there and is like, tell me more.
Until she tweaked out on that rock. I thought Edmund was gonna push her off that rock.
When I tell you, I was like, girl, don't
I
talk that
said,
sideways to a man sitting on the edge of tomorrow. Like he could just like
they were like,
I
cut.
said, if this dude don't Sparta kick her off that cliff, because when he walked away,
Yeah.
I was like, I would be like looking behind me. Like, where are you gonna
Listen, before I said it, I would have got up. I would have said it
Thank
walking
you.
away,
And walking away
far
from the
away from that
cliff.
cliff. Yep.
I feel
And
like
I'd have said it behind the cameraman.
he was getting so mad. I was like, that dude gonna come up to her and be like, this is Sparta. Thunk.
Yep. I thought he was going to do one of those start breathing heavy, then start hitting his head and growling. Yeah, I thought that was going to happen. I thought that was going to be the time.
Yeah.
I thought it
That
was
we were
going to
gonna
all come
see
out.
who he really is.
Hmm.
I'm
You
sure he's
thought.
lovely, but yeah. I'm sure
He
there's a
thought.
there's a trigger button in there, and yeah, woe
Yeah, I
unto the
think
person who hits it.
that trigger button might be serial killer status.
It's worrisome because he seems to deal with everything on such a like a more superficial level. The only thing that I will give him credit or that I will acknowledge that he said that felt a little deeper, but still, it was when they went to like piece it up and they're hugging, and he was like basically like, I'm grateful for this experience, like, because I know that in the real world, there's no way I will ever get someone like her. I'll
I
ever.
know, that was sad.
I
I like that
know
too.
that hurt me so bad. I was like, oh, Edmund, you see, I
But
like him. I
it's
like
really true
the
though.
person. Yeah,
It's true.
it is true
It's
because
true.
she gives kind of like Atlanta baddie somehow in
Hmm.
Colorado.
Yeah.
And
And she's got a body on her too. Like that can't body can't be wasted on little Edmund's high water pants.
yeah, and I was like, yeah, you're right. You probably would not ever land this woman in real life. And
No. He
but
could
now
not
he's
handle
famous.
her.
So what he has to understand is his fame is going to change things a little. It's going to take
How?
cuz some
You think it's gonna
people
change girls? He licked the floor, Ruth. He licked the floor.
because
And
some
he
people
cried when he was not going to be able to get any.
cuz some people just want to be famous. So they'll just date him now while he's still got that smoke. You know
And
what I'm
that
saying?
pick in his hair. No.
I feel
How
like
could
there's
you date
definitely
him? Like,
women
how
out
could
there.
you?
I couldn't, girl. I'm talking about, but there are women out there who would like date him for clout right now because he's still a topic of discussion. He's still someone people are aware of in this world.
I feel
Until
like he can't give anybody clout though. Like what you got clout because you dated the dude that licked the floor and that we
no,
know is not
it's
truly mature enough to handle life right now.
it's the it's the exposure. He's got whatever 50 grand, 50,000 followers on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? It's like that
Right.
exposure that I think there is some exposure hungry person who will just toy with him for a little, might toy with him for a little while.
10,000 of them are teachers of America.
What?
10,000 followers are
Like his,
teachers of
oh,
America. They
like
love him.
they love
Like
him. I
he's so
know.
sweet. Like I guarantee you, I
I
would
know.
follow him
It's like,
to be his
yeah.
friend because I feel like he's, see, it's like a project. I feel like he would be someone that I would want to help and give him a makeover and
But
give him a
he
little
doesn't
more
want to make over. He
slouch.
likes his style.
No, that's the problem. That's a number
I don't think he believes he needs
one
any
problem.
sort of kind of makeover. I think he thinks his style is primo.
Okay, yeah, and that's like
I don't
saying I
understand the
believe that
pick.
I shouldn't lose weight, but that's not true. Okay? Things are just not true. They're just
You're
not
so
true.
stupid. There are things that are simply not true. His style is. I honestly could deal with the style more if you took the pick away.
I think I could deal with the style more. Yeah, that pick has to go. And I think he could get a better shape up haircut, even if he was wanting to keep that, retro box.
Yeah.
I feel like it could be a little bit more well kept.
Keep in mind, my dude is in Denver, Colorado, getting his hair cut.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't
There
know.
are, but there are ethnic barbers in Denver.
Okay, there's
Hello.
ethnic barbers, and then there's a black barbershop.
There's got to be one. There's a
Hopefully,
lot of
hopefully he
men.
finds it. No, I'm just saying, like to me, there's people who are like, oh, I'm comfortable cutting ethnic hair, and then there's like a black barbershop.
Right, who's going to tighten it all the way up, get it right, and tell him what you need to do to this hair because you got some sharp edges up top,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah. Bless him. Bless dear Edmund.
Oh,
Yeah.
Edmund.
Well, that was it. That was a dumpster fire of a outdoor picnic basketball hoop
Was
apology
Brandon there?
tour.
Brandon wasn't there, was he?
No, Brandon didn't come. The Brandon wasn't there.
Mike. I wanted Mike to
I
come
wanted
back.
Mike and Anna didn't show up.
Boo, Anna.
Yeah.
Anna quit on us. I'm
I
mad at
would have
Anna.
I would have loved for Mike to be there because of that party that became such a topic of discussion that happened at his house. It would have been nice to hear his perspective on it.
That's probably why he didn't show up.
No, you know why I think he didn't show up? Because I saw on TikTok that supposedly people are saying he has like a record of not paying his employees. And also some controversy over, you know how he was talking about he does biohacking and he does all this stuff for him, like, you know what I mean? And he has these this spiritual like groups or something that he's a part of, and people are
Right.
saying that he's in a cult.
Oh, oh, that's
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, there are those men cults where they go on like those weird retreats and they like, get naked and like dance around in a circle on the beach and affirm their manhood.
Can I go? Wait a second.
You'd be in the middle of the circle, like, what?
I mean, they might need some sort of supervision. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, you never heard
Wait,
of these things? I forget what they're
wait.
called.
I remember this from
Housewives of
some
New
sort of
Jersey.
show or movie that this was in.
Housewives of New Jersey, Louis, Teresa's husband, if you watch that, was like there was footage of him doing something similar. Like, so it's like a thing where these guys go on these like, oh, we're gonna rejuvenate your male energy and teach you how to
Oh,
be a man.
and you have to like fish and hunt and do
Yeah,
all
they do
these
all that, and they sit
things.
around fireplaces and talk about their feelings and stuff. Yeah, it's like, and how they
I've
want to
heard
be
of
a
that.
better man. So I thought it was something like that, but this post, actually, a few posts were like, no, he's in a cult.
Right. And they have to reconnect it with nature and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I guess it could veer off of that into give us all your money. I don't know.
Wow.
I
Well,
don't
that'd be
know.
interesting to find out what cult he's in.
I'm gonna do some deeper digging and figure out if he is in a cult because I actually have a small obsession with cults.
Yeah, I think trying to think if there's anybody else. Yeah, no, Mike didn't show up, Anna didn't show up. I feel like Anna didn't show up because she already said everything that she's had to say to
She was like,
him and
sorry. She was like, I saw the writing on the wall. This was whack. By episode 3, I was like, deuces.
right. And she was also like, you don't love me, and then you're proposing to someone else and then telling me that I'm the one. Like, because there's a lot of men who have just tapped out of a situation like that where they're like, no, I found the one. So if my one is leaving, I'm leaving too.
Like Blake, which is why everybody loves Blake.
Yes. Oh, Blake. I remember
Because
Blake.
I think Anna was his one, his number one, and then she left and he bounced.
Right. Right.
Which I get it. I go back and forth on this. Like they are there to date each other and stuff. But I think when you start throwing around like Nick, love bombing people the minute you meet them, throwing around, oh, you could be the one, you could be the one. I think that's where it becomes like, what is wrong with you? Like
Right.
you cannot have these 3 people all on completely equal footing. There has to
No.
be someone rising to the top. and there is a hierarchy, and maybe you're not ready to admit that for whatever reason, but like, yeah, the idea that you just hold these three people in equal regard and you could be happy with any of them is like, I think that's a producer thing, I'm gonna
Maybe he
say.
wants sister wives.
Nick?
Yeah, maybe that's what he wants. Maybe he wants more than one wife.
I don't know.
He could be a king. We don't know.
My jury is out on him. He definitely gave good answers that made him seem more empathetic and at least reflective, but
Right.
there's something still off about him.
Well, did you look up Nick?
Mm-mm.
Neither
So
did I.
boring. I just
No.
but there's
I mean,
people. But I'm bummed. All right. Well, I think we covered all the highlights, all the high points. To be honest with you, I don't think there
you
was
mean there were no high points? What are we talking
as in
about?
there were no highlights. As in there was literally nothing that was like, whoa, so amazing. And then they bring Blake out at the very end to pass out drinks. And I was like,
Wait, they weren't, were they drinks? I thought it was like soft serve ice cream. Or it
yeah,
was
yeah,
like
yeah. Yeah, the ice cream to celebrate.
chicken flavored ice cream.
Yes. I was like, bleh,
It
gross.
was not chicken flavored ice cream.
Yeah. It wasn't chicken flavored ice cream, but they were talking about Jordan's chicken smoothie.
So ridiculous. I don't understand why he doesn't understand that he can just eat the chicken. He could just eat the chicken
I
and
know.
drink the water.
What
Or
is
he could, better yet, eat the chicken and drink the Crystal Light.
wash it down with some Crystal Light. It's
Right.
literally the same thing, but only, less disgusting.
That was
He was
just
like, the
seriously.
chicken is cooked, guys. I was like, is that what you think people's issue is?
Right.
Or
No, we're just confused that you didn't just make the chicken like something, I don't
a
know.
meal? I
Yeah,
guess he's
or if you
like,
were
this
gonna do
is
that, I mean, make
faster.
it baby food or something.
I think he's basically his point is he blends this up and he can take it with him. Ugh.
Don't. Just don't.
I don't,
Don't take that anywhere.
even if you could blend chicken up and tell me that that's something I should eat and you mix it with like, I don't know, broccoli and something else delicious, the Crystal Light has thrown me so far off the scent. I don't understand it. It's sweet.
Mm,
Like,
stop.
we got strawberry lemonade chicken. Like, what are we doing?
Ew. Ew.
The kind of flavors that Crystal Light was. You know what I mean? It was like lemonade
Right.
flavors. There was no chicken.
Green tea.
Yeah, there was no chicken bouillon flavored Crystal Light.
Chicken bouillon.
You know what
That
I mean?
is so disgusting.
Oh gosh. Mm.
Wait, but that's just disgusting.
Yeah, that's what Jordan brought.
Now, I guarantee you, you know how many people have tried that just to see what it
Just
tastes
to say, I'm sure if we check like Instagram or TikTok, there's
like.
people who,
TikTok.
yeah, I'm sure on TikTok somebody has been like,
It's a
I just
challenge
wanted,
now. It is definitely somebody's
yeah,
challenge.
like I
Like,
wanted to
see
see
if
what it
you
tasted.
can drink that.
Not me.
No, thank you. And it feels like that mixture
Ugh.
after he drinks that his breath is just gonna be kicking. Oh, I feel like he's gonna have pasty mouth. Those two things together is just gonna make his breath smell like dragon. Dragon. Yuck.
Rinse it out with a lot of water.
Listerine.
All right, girl. Well, that wraps up this reunion episode. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I've got to rinse this off with something good to watch because it was like I said, it was like the show went like, pew,
Right.
So
I
I know
want
they
that
have a
time back. I want
season
that time
10
back in
and
my life.
yeah, if I'm being honest, like, it was we picked it apart, but that's because I thought this reunion really sucked and what they could have done better. Just yeah, they just chose not to learn a single lesson from reunions past. And I mean, season 10 is supposed to be coming out soon. I think it's Austin they're going to. Austin,
Oh,
Texas.
okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well,
The way this
hope we
ended, I
learn from
don't
this
have
one.
yeah, but it's crazy because like the way this one ended, I don't have like the same anticipation that I used to have when they like announced even like a not great season with like couples I didn't fall in love with. I still didn't feel this disappointed at the reunion because there was so much to talk about that did not get discussed here.
Yeah, I feel like it can only go up from here. It can only go up.
It must. And I think I'm gonna like I was like I hope that Netflix understands the better thing to do is to film the reunion right after, not too long
Right.
after the weddings. this waiting a long time for it to air, and then people see everyone's reaction and da 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 da. Ugh, I don't know, a mess.
I know a year and a half, that's a really long time. I would have forgot everything that happened.
That's a long time for people to live with people's reactions to them,
Right.
and the fallout that may have occurred, and so that they come on being like total politicians, and it ruins the whole thing.
Definitely. So boring. We could have
Okay,
skipped it.
sister.
We could
Well,
have skipped it.
when season 10 comes on, you're on my
Mhm.
top list for guests. We'll bring you back and, pick your brain
Well,
about that.
thank you, darling.
Ah, of course.
This
Thank you for
was
joining us.
fun.
I know, right? Fun to tear these
Was.
people up.
It was so much fun. Can't wait for someone to criticize me. It's
I
great.
know. It's great. I mean, that's really, have you made it if someone is not kind of trying to pick you apart online? I think the answer
No,
is
we've already been here, right? We've been
right.
here. Please.
Please.
High school. Look at that.
Exactly. It's before the internet, okay?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
I
When
had
all we had was actually face-to-face torment
people picking you apart in your face. How about
in
that?
your face.
Yes.
Ha! Real MVPs right here.
Well, I will talk to you soon, probably
All right. Talk
tomorrow.
to you
Whoever can.
later.
Okay.
I know.
Bye.
Countdown. Bye.